The fascinating journey of Queen Esther, a symbol of bravery and faith. Esther, Queen Esther, a major figure in the Old Testament, has been a symbol of courage, faith, and wisdom for centuries. Her story is not merely one of ancient history, but rather a narrative filled with lessons that resonate profoundly even today. This article seeks to delve deep into the intriguing journey of Queen Esther, examining her story from various perspectives and shedding light on her continuing influence in contemporary society. The birth and early life of Queen Esther. The origin of a queen. Queen Esther, initially known as Hadassah, was born in the Persian Empire during the reign of King Ahasuerus, commonly identified as Xerxes I. As an orphan Jewish girl, she was raised by her cousin Mordecai. However, her life took an unexpected turn when she became the queen of the vast Persian Empire. Etymology of the biblical name Hadassah. The name Hadassah comes from a Hebrew name meaning myrtle tree. It is a biblical name found in the Old Testament that is derived from the Hebrew word hadas. The etymology of the name is believed to be rooted in the ancient Semitic languages of Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic. Origin. The original Hebrew name Hadassah was first mentioned in the Old Testament book of Esther. The name is derived from the Hebrew word hadas, which is translated to mean myrtle tree. The myrtle tree was a symbol of purity and beauty in ancient Israel. In the Bible, Hadassah was the Hebrew name given to Queen Esther, who was an influential Jewish queen in the Persian Empire. The name Hadassah may also be related to the ancient Mesopotamian goddess Ishtar, whose name is derived from the same root word as Hadassah. Hebrew. In the Hebrew language, Hadassah is written as, and is pronounced Hadassah. The word is composed of two elements, the Hebrew root hadas and the feminine suffix ah. The root hadas is related to the myrtle tree, a symbol of purity and beauty in ancient Israel. The suffix ah is used to indicate a female name. Greek. In Greek, Hadassah is written as delta alpha sigma sigma alpha, and is pronounced Hadassah. The name is composed of two elements, the Greek root Hadassah and the feminine suffix a. The root Hadassah is related to the myrtle tree, a symbol of purity and beauty in ancient Greece. The suffix a is used to indicate a female name. Aramaic. In Aramaic, Hadassah is written as, and is pronounced Hadassah. The name is composed of two elements, the Aramaic root hadas and the feminine suffix ah. The root hadas is related to the myrtle tree, a symbol of purity and beauty in ancient Aramaic. The suffix ah is used to indicate a female name. In summary, the name Hadassah is derived from the Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic words for myrtle tree and is a biblical name found in the Old Testament. The name has long been associated with purity, beauty, and strength, making it a popular choice for many parents when naming their children. The royal selection. Esther's ascent to the throne. When Queen Vashti fell out of favor with King Ahasuerus, the king ordered the selection of a new queen. Esther, noted for her exceptional beauty and grace, was chosen among all the women in the empire. Yet, she kept her Jewish identity a secret, as advised by Mordecai. Queen Esther, a figure of faith and courage. Spiritual lessons we can glean from Queen Esther's life. Here's a table illustrating some key spiritual lessons we can learn from the life of Queen Esther in the Old Testament. Lesson description. Courage. Despite the risk to her own life, Esther stood up for her people. Her courage reminds us to stand firm in our convictions, even when it is difficult. Divine appointment. Esther's elevation from a common Jewish girl to the Queen of Persia was no accident. It reminds us that God has a plan for each of us and can position us for His purposes, no matter our background. Fasting and prayer. Esther called for a fast before making her petition to the king. This highlights the power of prayer and fasting when faced with critical decisions or situations. Advocacy. Esther used her position to advocate for her people, demonstrating the importance of using whatever influence we have to promote justice and protect the vulnerable. Faith over fear. Esther chose to trust God and confront her fears, ultimately saving her people. Her story teaches us to let faith guide our actions rather than fear. Obedience to God even though it was risky. Esther obeyed Mordecai's advice and God's law, teaching us the importance of obedience to God's guidance. Father, grandfather, minister, missionary, deacon, elder, author, welcome to our family. View all posts.